There's no right or wrong with you. That's evil, Jamie.
Yellowstone, Sunday after 60 Minutes on CBS.
You collect rewards, right?
It's a steady living. Everyone's looking for something. Sounds cool. It is cool, actually. Very cool.
Tracker, part of CBS Premiere Week after Super Bowl 58 on CBS.
Boom, boom, boom.
We could feel temps close to 40 this week. I'll show you which days will be the warmest. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, after months of waiting, Marquette Senior High School now has a new moniker. How the Board of Education settled on the name Sentinels and what's next for the district. Plus, a new fiscal year is approaching for the state. We talked to our UP state lawmakers about their priorities and hopes with the budget this year. And after a surprise announcement that Ron DeSantis is dropping out of the Republican presidential primary, analysts weigh in on what appears will be a matchup between the two frontrunners, Donald Trump and Nikki Haley. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Pretty quiet out there tonight, and noticeably not as cold as we have been, Aaron. Of course, those MTU kids are still out playing broom ball. They'll never stop.
We got to go up there sometime, except we're always here when they're playing. Although they're out playing pretty late sometimes when I'm checking this cam. Just wanted to point out around 5, 6, 7 a.m. we could see some freezing drizzle, so your commutes mostly in the morning could be impacted with that, where we could see some freezing rain, and the prospect of that is pretty low unless you're in those south central and southeastern counties of the UP. But just wanted to let you know that there is a chance of that. Right now, those temps in the 20s. I'll have your full forecast after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. New at 11, Marquette Senior High School has a new nickname, the Sentinels. After months of discussions and over 2,000 suggestions from the community, the board voted 6-1 for the name at tonight's meeting. The board says it pays tribute to the Marquette junior hockey team, which they say was previously called the Sentinels. The Student Advisory Committee also spoke at the meeting tonight, saying that red jacket and reds didn't fit with the pride of the student body. The board believes the Guardian and Protector meetings that Sentinels conveys will create new school pride for students.
Just to see like what kind of images, local images that we can pull into the new mascot, the new logo. But yeah, I mean, Sentinel, it can be a very positive thing. It's a guardian, it's a lookout. You know, you're looking out for your classmates.
The board is already asking the community to send in suggestions and any imagery for the new Sentinel mascot. We have new details tonight about the potential threat reported at Marquette City Hall this afternoon. Police say the man was hospitalized for medical evaluation. Police say the suspect, armed with a loaded handgun, entered the lower level of City Hall around 3:30 and requested to speak with a police officer. While waiting there, police say the suspect confronted a civilian with the gun. That person was able to make it out of the building safely. The man then approached the police department window and confronted officers with the gun. City Hall was evacuated and officers spent the next 90 minutes talking with the suspect. He was eventually disarmed and taken to UP Health System Marquette for evaluation. The suspect and one police officer received minor injuries in the incident, but the officer didn't seek any medical attention. The incident remains under investigation and will be forwarded to the Marquette County Prosecutor's Office for review. The Delta County Airport is officially out of crisis mode, according to its manager, although he says there's still a lot of work to be done. Manager Robert Ranstatler submitted about 700 documents to the FAA this month to resolve the airport's compliance issues. However, a new issue has now come to light. The federal government mistakenly gave the airport more money than allocated for past improvement projects, and the money was used to pay contractors and consultants. The manager says the airport now has to repay the overpayment plus interest, totaling nearly $38,000.
claiming that any one particular party is at fault or we should be pointing the finger at any one particular person, but instead I think everyone has an individual responsibility, and we could probably just improve the general communication between all those departments so that we don't repeat the same mistakes in the future.
Grant Statler plans to meet with all parties involved in the account to work toward a solution. Work is underway on the budget for the 2025 fiscal year as the governor's first February deadline approaches, and UP representatives say they have a few items they are working to have included. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with the lawmakers about what projects they hope to see.
Work on the 2025 budget starts in February with Governor Whitmer's first draft submission of the budget to the legislature. The most recent revenue estimates put the state's returns at $32 billion for the fiscal year budget. Next month, the two chambers will start their own work, building up the budget in subcommittees.
The revenue estimates look very positive, and so I'm excited about what we're going to be able to do with the budget, which will be a months-long conversation.
The representative from Marquette, Jen Hill, says her office is focusing on gathering community input during regular coffee hours. The 110th District Representative Greg Markinen says he's cautiously optimistic about the higher revenue for this year's budget.
I think it's a very positive sign.
Representative Markinen says that county road commissions are still in need of help repairing damages from last year's spring floods, an issue Representative Hill is also hoping to address. Markinen says businesses in his district are also in need of aid because of setbacks caused by this winter's delayed snowfall.
Snow came so late that quite a few businesses around Lake Ogibic area in Ontonaga and Gogibic County were hurting financially.
But Representative Dave Preston from the 108th says he's worried the UP could be forgotten about when it comes to splitting up some much-needed funding.
It's unfortunate that we've spent so much money so quickly without more due diligence, especially the proportionality between the Lower Peninsula and the Upper Peninsula.
He says he's worried about how long the legacy funds needed for recently instated long-term programs will last. With some major work on the way constructing the budget in subcommittees, the reps say they're pushing to see funding increase proportionally to address needed work across the UP. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
A huge shakeup in the race for the Republican presidential nomination over the weekend. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis dropped out. It's now essentially a two-person race between former President Donald Trump and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. Many experts were very surprised DeSantis called it quits, especially after a second-place finish in Iowa and just days away from the New Hampshire primary. Now that the Florida governor is out, he has endorsed Trump for the nomination, which is expected to boost Trump's sizable lead even further.
I think if Haley gets about 40% or better in New Hampshire, then I think that she can ride it out into South Carolina. South Carolina for the Republicans won't be until a month after New Hampshire, and so she's going to have some time to try to get her forces back together, her fundraising back together, and to try to deliver her home state and avoid something that would be really catastrophic, which is losing her home state to Donald Trump.
New Hampshire's primaries are tomorrow. Independents are able to vote in the state's primary elections, and experts believe Haley has an advantage with independent voters over Trump. The Biden administration is making a push to highlight abortion rights access on this 51st anniversary of Roe v. Wade. After 50 years on the books, it is no longer the law of the land, and advocates on both sides are still dedicated to furthering their causes. Natalie Brand reports from the White House, where President Biden announced measures to strengthen areas around reproductive rights.
Vice President Kamala Harris took the issue of abortion to Wisconsin voters as the Biden campaign launches a national tour focused on women's reproductive rights.
One does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government should not be telling her what to do with her body.
Democrats say when abortion is on the ballot, they win, as their base remains motivated by the 2022 Dobbs decision by the U.S. Supreme Court to end the constitutional right to abortion after a half century.
I did this, 50 years ago, and now I'm having to do it again.
In the last several days, demonstrators on both sides of the issue took to the streets nationwide. Emily Aaron Davis of Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America says they're working for a culture change.
We see that part and parcel with building out pro-life legislation, and that starts with serving mothers and saving children.
But abortion rights opponents have lost every ballot measure on the issue post-Roe, leaving many in the movement feeling there's much more work to be done.
Let people see that they're not alone out there and there are other choices.
President Biden is drawing sharp contrast with whoever his Republican challenger will be, voicing support for abortion rights and announcing new measures around the issue.
My administration is going to keep working to protect women.
New executive orders Monday aim to strengthen access to contraception and educate healthcare providers on their rights and obligations in pregnancy-related medical emergencies.
We've seen women turned away from emergency rooms. We see women forced to travel out of their state to get reproductive health care.
Still, the Biden administration acknowledges reinstating Roe v. Wade would take an act of Congress.
President Biden joins Vice President Harris Tuesday in Northern Virginia for a rally highlighting what they say is at stake for reproductive care come November. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, an upcoming hockey game in Marquette is benefiting cancer patients and their families when you can help Cancer Care of Marquette County next month. And a new event at a Dickinson County venue, a taste of the chili cook-off over the weekend at Venue 906. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
It's time to clear out the showroom for Kirkish Furniture's January clearance sale. Find year-end savings in every department all month long. Furniture, mattresses, appliances, and flooring. Shop Kirkish Furniture's January clearance sale while supplies last.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget,
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
It's festive family fun.
Gingerbread house.
I mean, this is Pictionary. Yeah. Are you not entertained? Every weekday, live.
Ski Lodge!
Ski Lodge is correct.
Weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS.
The Baxter Family Survival Guide.
Dad, you taught us to be self-sufficient.
And yet you're all still here.
Expect the unexpected.
If you want money, maybe you should do what other people do.
Get my own reality show. Dad, I'm trying.
Learn to adapt.
You're going to use a glass, right?
Fine, hand me the big one.
Last man standing.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Well, our current temps are in that 20-degree range. We've got about 23 here in Marquette, 27 over there in Munising. And looking at our lows tonight, we'll dip down to 22 in Marquette. Some teens along the Wisconsin border, but also a little bit chilly here from Manistee basically over to the bridge, around 18 degrees. Now let's take a look with the winds, what it's going to feel like. Now these winds are going to be fairly calm for the next few days, but as you can see, we'll have kind of a southeastern pattern there starting on our Tuesday into our Wednesday, where those south winds are also going to be pushing in some warmer temperatures. So let's take a look at that. Manistee specifically, since it's on Lake Michigan and those warmer temperatures are expected down there, Escanaba and Manistee. We'll see about 36 there on Thursday, and check this out, 38 on Friday, 37 is that expected high on Saturday. I know we got all of this snow, but there is a chance of that stuff melting because we're going to be feeling hot hot on Friday. Marquette will have a high of about 36 degrees and everyone else in that similar range, very close to 40. So keep that in mind if you've got events or you were planning to, I don't know, go skiing. But right now we're staying fairly dry. We've had some flurries over here on the northeast corner, and we'll expect that into our evening. Most of them off of Lake Superior here up north. Houghton, you could see some snowflakes as well as Hancock there in the morning, and then a few snowflakes in the early afternoon hours from Escanaba over to Manistee. But other than that, we'll expect mostly cloudy skies even into our evening, and Wednesday also looking at mostly cloudy skies, maybe some flurries. Keep in mind we have chances of freezing drizzle tonight into our Tuesday morning, so your commute could be a little bit slick. Right now, looking at our snow depth, we've got about 8 inches here in Marquette. Heavier snow over there on the northwestern portion. Munising with about 18 inches as well. So with these warmer temperatures, looking ahead to Wednesday, we could have moderate snow melt as those temperatures will be 30 to 40 degrees, and we have chances of rain mixing in there as well. So 7-day outlook for Marquette, we could have some slick spots tomorrow for especially untreated surfaces, and then mostly cloudy on our Wednesday with those highs starting to climb up to about 36. We'll see the same temperature on our Thursday. Check out those lows in the evening. 31 degrees on Thursday night. Likely rain showers coming. I know. Is this false spring? Could be. Number one, Friday, we'll see mostly cloudy skies and that junior no caiman on starting that evening. Hopefully conditions will hold out and be nice for them. And then looking ahead to Saturday, same thing. It's going to be warmer, mostly cloudy skies. Not exactly ideal for skiing, but I don't know. Hopefully everyone will be safe. I've got your Escanaba outlook coming up in 15.
Thanks, Air. A Houghton research group left the mainland Friday for a winter project at the least visited national park, but one of the most revisited in the country. The Isle Royal Wolf Moose Project is a research endeavor that Michigan Tech University has continued over the years to understand the relationship between moose and humans. The most recent study looks at periodontal disease, osteoarthritis, and osteoporosis. Researchers say these diseases can affect both moose and human bone structure.
Do things like smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol. Some people have better access to medical care versus not, and all of those factors can kind of play a role. Things like obesity as well can influence your likelihood of getting these diseases.
Researchers say that although humans and moose share several similarities in cell development, the natural environment gives them better data to study. A Marquette nonprofit is looking to fill the stands for a cancer-fighting hockey game next month. Cancer Care of Marquette County is hosting Cancer Walks the Plank, a fundraiser for the organization on Saturday, February 3rd. The game features 2 UP teams, the Marquette Mutineers taking on the Calumet Wolverines at Lakeview Arena. Raffle baskets will be available for purchase, and all the proceeds go back to CCMC to help fight cancer.
We need help in this hard times for cancer care, cancer treatment. That's what we're here for. And then I thought it would just be a good way to get people to watch the Mutineers. It's good old-fashioned hockey, and these guys work hard. It's a fun event.
The game starts at 7 p.m. Saturday, February 3rd. Mutineers games are $5 at the door for adults, and kids get in for free. A Dickinson County event venue is turning up the heat with a new cooking showdown. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle has the story.
Venue 906 is spicing things up with a new annual event that's sure to heat things up. It's called the Great Chili Cook-Off.
That neutralizes, that creates acidity and then neutralizes it.
The venue chose 3 judges to ensure there were no ties. The judges used seltzer, lemon, and salt in between tastings to make sure each chili was equally judged. A military chef who cooks for veterans says it's his first time battling for the best.
I'm a Le Cordon Bleu chef, and I love to experiment, so yeah, don't ask me what's in it. It's a bunch of stuff that I just threw together.
Meanwhile, a local radio station representative says she brought a chili with just the right amount of heat.
I'm competitive. Of course I want to win. I went on the radio a couple times this week and said, hey, come down and challenge me. If you don't want to challenge me, come down and just vote for me. I tried to make it bring a little bit of heat so you'd feel it a little bit in the back of your throat, but not too much because I know that people can add
One judge revealed how he plans to choose his favorite recipe.
You're looking for a chili that's got the right spice, that's enjoyable, that's got the heat, but it doesn't burn your mouth off. It makes you want to eat more. If I'm going to judge a chili, I'm just going to judge it based on the chili. If I'm going to eat the chili, then I'll put the toppings that I enjoy on it.
Category number 3, the judge's choice, goes to contestant number 9.
A chili with cumin and dark beer claimed 2 titles, the People's Choice and Best Use of Spice, while a bison sweet potato chili won Most Creative.
The venue is bringing back monthly ice cream socials starting on Friday that'll feature milkshakes, and their next big event is February 7th for a cocktail crafting class. Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Kingsford.
A favorite foodie fundraiser for the UP Children's Museum returned for its 21st year this weekend. The culinary journey was a huge success this year, bringing in around 250 guests, packing the museum Sunday afternoon. Attendees had a chance to taste a variety of foods from around the world, cooked up by 16 local restaurants and chefs like Lanyap's, Huron Mountain Bakery, Stregonona, Donkers, NMU Dining, and more.
Dress up, come out, spend a good night with your friends, eating great food, drinking great wine and beer, and just having a wonderful time listening to some great music.
All of the proceeds earned during the event go directly back to the museum to help keep the doors open and new exhibits and programs cycling through. Sports is on the way next. Mike, what's on deck tonight?
A usual Monday night of high school basketball. Games were kind of spread out this time around, though, so we'll check on those scores and more next.
This week, Colbert's new with host of the Grammys, Trevor Noah, plus Austin Butler and Martin Scorsese. New Colbert this week on CBS.
We've given your home fresh looks since 1978. Now it's our turn. See the brand new Carpet Specialist Carpet One in the America Mall in Marquette. With room by room, it's never been easier to match your taste and lifestyle. Bring us your room photos and see how your new floors will look. And with our beautiful guarantee, if you don't love it, we'll replace it. See and feel your new flooring at the brand new Carpet Specialist Carpet One, across from Target in Marquette.
Shriners Hospitals for Children is awesome.
Wow, I was a really cute kid. But it's true, Shriners Hospitals for Children is awesome. The first time I went to Shriners Hospitals for Children, I was 2 months old. Since then, they have helped me with over 18 operations and thousands of rehabilitation hours. Because of their care, now I live a full, independent life. I got my driver's license, and I'm going to college.
It's amazing to know that there's someone looking out for me and my family.
And it isn't just the doctors and nurses who have been looking out for me. It was you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's keep this amazing story going. All you have to do is go to loveshriners.org, and you'll be a part of something special too. Thank you so much.
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12?
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12, roger.
That's right. There's only 1 Adam 12.
I'll remember that.
5 days a week.
Adam 12, weekdays at 5 on MeTV 19.1.
Good evening, everyone. The Ishpeming girls basketball team should be #1 in tomorrow's UPSSA Division IV poll. Ryan Rico's Hematites entertained Iron Mountain this evening. Ishpeming's Jenna Mackey went over the 1,000-point mark for her career in a win Saturday at Gwynn. First quarter, Bella Pickett drives for Iron Mountain. That did not work out well. Janessa Eagle with the steal, and she will take it all the way in for the layup in the first hoop of the game. Couple possessions later, Jenna Mackey grabs the rebound ahead to Eagle. She spots Katie Kaukala underneath for an easy basket. 6-0 blue and white. An Iron Mountain player loses her balance on the press, and then Mackey spots Maya Hemmer for another layup. Ishpeming jumped out to a 10-0 lead. Mackey, another rebound out the Eagle. This time the 3 ball to match her jersey number. 13-2 and a second Iron Mountain timeout. Eagle paced all scores with 24. Alicia Wood loses control, but Mary Linsenbagler picks it up and works it out for a layup. Ishpeming not slowing down by any means. Laney Corpy to Addison Morton for 3. Lots of net on that one. An Iron Mountain inbound pass is deflected, and the ball just gets thrown right back to Emily Copley for the layup and foul. Ishpeming led 22-8 after 8 minutes, and the Hematites go on to win 77-44. To the board, where Calumet defeated Marquette 51-38. It was Houghton 56, Jeffers 26. Another victory for Baraga 68-29 over Wakefield Marinesco. Lakeland and Hubble 22 better than Ironwood 70-48. Elsie Williams had 20 for Forest Park, but Norway was the winner 37-27. It was Lansdowne Bessemer 68-42. Also tonight, Kearney Nano cruises past North Central. Bark River Harris has absolutely no trouble defeating Rapid River. Negaunee, a road victory at Manistee. Superior Central 58, Mid-Peninsula 25. Munising also a very easy time with Engadine. Maplewood Baptist defeated Ojibwa Charter 68-26. Plus, it was Ontonagon 42, Dollar Bay 37. Turning to the boys, a couple of ranked teams playing down in Menominee. Kingsford, the winner, 71-61. Forest Park, despite a couple ill players, defeated Gwynn 63-35. It was Norway. No trouble with Bark River Harris, 75-28. Did not hear from Watersmeet and Republic Michigami. Chassell had 4 players in double figures. Panthers over Calumet, 60-49. Jeffers, another win, 71-36, taking care of Hancock. Elsewhere, it was Rudyard easily over Mackinac City, and Maplewood Baptist, the biggest scoring game of the night, 78-66 over Ojibwa Charter. To community college basketball, that's Bay College right there in the off-white or gray against Grand Rapids Community College, and that's Ashley Burchett, not wasting any time. Then Marquette Sierra Lingo finds Kennedy Spruill, and the Manitoba native easily scores on the drive down the lane. Next, Superior Central's Emma Rudder has a little problem with the dribble, and fear not. Ashley Burchett is there, spins, and scores off the window. She had 28 of her 35 points in the first half. Off an offensive rebound, perimeter passing leads to Brooklyn Phillips getting the ball in the corner. The 3 ball is good for the former Peshtigo Bulldog. Burchett's turn again, sizing up their defender, feeling sorry for the defender MI, and the triple try is true. Easy win for the Lady Norse, 78-38. That's 7 in a row. Baymen also won 88-78. Ryan Sweeney had 22. Both teams host Alpena Community College on Wednesday. In GLIAC basketball, NMU's Max Weisbrod is the Offensive Player of the Week for the second straight week. He averaged 21.5 points in wins over Purdue, Northwest, and Wisconsin Parkside, stretching the Wildcats' win streak to 11 games. Michigan Tech will host, or I should say NMU will host Michigan Tech on Saturday. The Defensive Player of the Week is Lake Superior State junior forward Kingsley Perkins. His contributions to wins over Grand Valley State and Davenport included 6 blocks with a career-high 4 rejections on Saturday. That held Grand Valley State to a season-low 55 points. Michigan Tech's Isaac Gordon is the CCHA Rookie of the Week. It's the second time this season he's received that honor. Gordon had a goal and an assist on the weekend as the Huskies took 4 of 6 league points against Bemidji State. He tied the game in the second period on Friday with his team leading 12th goal of the season in a 2-1 win. Gordon had the primary assist on Matthew Campbell's game-tying power play goal with just 4.9 seconds to go on Saturday. Huskies visit Lake Superior State this weekend. NMU travels to Minnesota State. Turning to high school wrestling, the Gladstone Braves wrestling team claimed its 3rd straight UP championship over the weekend in Marquette. Gladstone had 3 champions and a total of 219 points. Iron Mountain was the runner-up. Kingsford edged Sault Ste. Marie for 3rd, and Escanaba was 5th. So it looks like Gladstone has a pretty good team once again this season, Sarah.
Buckle's Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckle's Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
Attention people with Medicare and anyone turning 65. If you have original Medicare, you may be able to get a Medicare Advantage plan with additional benefits. Medicare Advantage plans may include vision coverage, wellness visits, gym membership, and hearing coverage with affordable cost and copay. The call is free. You may even find plans with $0 monthly premiums or $0 copays on certain services or $0 deductibles.
Call 800-208-7175.
And let Best Medcare do the work for you.
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Still, some are adding fuel to the fire. While the rest of us see the troubled waters rising. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Because in the heat of this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
He's the sheriff known by one name.
Oh, howdy, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Andy. Andy.
On The Andy Griffith Show.
Weeknights at 8 on MeTV 19.1.
Current temperatures in that 20-degree range. We'll expect that for our lows this evening, although we could see teens along that Wisconsin border as well as Lake Michigan border. Just a heads up, there is a chance of freezing rain or drizzle in our morning. We could have a light glaze, most of that activity starting around 5 in the morning Eastern time, and focus south central and southeastern UP is more likely where that's going to happen. But just a heads up for everybody, average of about 22 degrees at 7 a.m. and then warming up close to 30 for that average. Mostly cloudy skies throughout the day and chances of flurries, of course, along Lake Superior. No Kamenon Marathon coming up this weekend. We'll have a high of about 34 in Ishpeming and then Ishpeming Marquette on Saturday because you've got two different starting locations around 37 degrees. So it's going to be a little bit warm out there. Escanaba's 7-day outlook, possible sprinkles coming on Thursday.
Finally, tonight on NMU's campus, digital creator and author John Green kicked off the university's Be Well in Winter campaign. The event was a sold-out fireside chat and Q&A session to discuss mental health and using art as a creative outlet in the winter. Student organization Platform Personalities hosted the kickoff with help from the NMU Foundation and the Wellbeing Center. The group's president says Green was one of their dream guests to help start the semester.
He is so well known for writing about mental health in a very healthy way in his books. When I thought of a mental health speaker who would be, who would be it to bring here, that was definitely who I thought of.
Very cool. There's more about Northern's new campaign on our website, WZMQ19.com, as well as our mobile news app. And that'll do it for us tonight. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
It's time to clear out the showroom for Kirkish Furniture's January clearance sale. Find year-end savings in every department all month long. Furniture, mattresses, appliances, and flooring. Shop Kirkish Furniture's January clearance sale while supplies last.
Our veterans are one of our biggest treasures, but veteran suicide remains a serious public health concern in Michigan and across the nation. Join us in